We had Mary Kay on a little earlier, and she mentioned what Mike Vrabel did during his 1 year with the Browns. And there was a report from Mary Kay over the weekend that if Mike Vrabel were to get a head coaching gig in this next cycle, he may be interested in taking some of the assistant coaches he worked with in Cleveland along with him to the next stop, according to Mary Kay in her article on Cleveland.com. A couple of names she mentioned, Tommy Rees, who is the Browns' passing game coordinator, and Bubba Ventrone, who played with Vrabel in New England, would be two candidates to potentially follow Mike Vrabel to his new gig. I wanted to ask you guys real quick, would you have any opposition to Vrabel taking any assistant on this current Brown staff?
I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Why would you do that?
I'm cool.
To anybody on the staff?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
No. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You're lying.
It's all good.
There's
boy.
one coach there. He probably will try to take that. I wouldn't let them take.
Who's that?
The DB coach. I wouldn't let them take that. That dude's good. The DB coach is really. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but the DB coach. I think he got like a D coordinator look last year. Like somebody tried to interview him. I wouldn't let him leave. But the rest of them,
Brandon Lynch.
that's his name. Yeah, I wouldn't let him.
Is he
leave.
one of those proverbial thought of well around the league guys?
I wouldn't let him leave. I'm just telling you. That's outside of him.
Is that your man?
No, I've never even talked to the guy. I've never met the guy. I've never talked to the guy. I respect him. I've watched him work, and I respect what he's done. I respect how he communicates to his players.
Do you like the results?
Yeah, the DBs play well. One of them. One of them.
No, you got Denzel.
That's what I'm saying. You
got Denzel.
Listen, if the whole secondary was Buckeyes, I wouldn't have this issue.
I mean, you'd look like this guy too if you coached a player like Denzel.
Yeah, G. New, Emerson.
He was solid.
Good players
this
make
year.
good coaches. Trust me.
G. New was solid this year.
G. New was solid.
He was solid.
I tell you,
was he not solid?
When you get to the end of the season,
was he not solid?
I love that. The post be moving, Dustin.
Was G. New not solid this year? What's his stats?
Okay, here's the dilemma with Newsom. His stats don't look good. He had 24 tackles, 27 total, one interception.
What's the PFF grade?
What's that coverage?
They're dead to me.
What's that coverage grade?
It's solid.
Hey.
He ain't saying he was like the best thing since sliced bread. It was decent, solid. I don't recall a moment where I'm like, yes, I do. One time.
According to PFF this year, not great for your boy Ty. He had a 52.2 overall grade.
Is that the worst out of the secondary?
It was 175th out of 219. And his coverage grade was a 54, which is 159th out of 240.
Okay, so he was mediocre. he was mediocre.
I can't breathe.
He was mediocre. He did that.
That's the perfect picture too.
Yeah, boy, got you. Yeah, he was.
Dude. When I see Greg Newsom, you know what he's really good at?
Got you.
You know what he's really good at, Greg Newsom? Come on, let's go. Get everybody. Let's go to the end zone.
Y'all sick, man.
There's a flag?
Y'all sick. The only time that I was disappointed in G. New was the Eagles game where he let that drag go for a touchdown and he just gave up on the play. Like that was outside of that. I really didn't notice him. He was that bad this year. That's kind of crazy.
That's wild.
That's kind of crazy.
That's wild work, Tyvus. And he went to DB coach to stay.
I do want the DB coach to stay. I do respect his coaching ability.
Can we get some Martin Emerson? Can we pull up Martin Emerson while we on a roll? While we just looking up the.
I like how y'all just gonna blame it. Like
I'm just trying to get some clarity.
Martin Emerson this year.
Trying to get some clarity on whether or not.
You mean? He had a 49 overall grade. That was 188.
Make sure we don't lose
188, coach. 188 out of what?
His coverage grade was a 50.1, 178 out of 219.
We're picking on Tyvus now.
Y'all sick. Y'all sick because last year y'all was praising all of these players.
Hey, it's a year-to-year league.
That is true.
It's a year league, bro. It's year to year. You know that.
So you can't bounce back 1 year.
Well, hold on, real quick. I want to defend Tyvus.
Hey, you gonna save him? You gonna save him?
It ain't no saving me. This dude is a good coach. I don't understand what the problem is.
We all think Denzel Ward's had a tremendous season, right?
I wouldn't say tremendous.
I think Denzel Ward's played very good this year.
You out of
I
line.
wouldn't say tremendous.
You out of line.
I mean, he's a legacy.
He
line.
leads the
All-pro.
league in pass breakups.
I mean, tremendous is like okay.
He's a chance to be an All-Pro. That's
Are
pretty
you
tremendous.
serious right now?
Tremendous. Like,
According to PFF,
all right, well, here we go. Look at the
he had a
numbers.
68.4 grade,
they are dead
which
to
was
me.
61st out of 219, and his coverage grade was a 68.9, which is 53rd. Ain't no way in hell there's 52 corners better than Denzel.
But I'm
Ward.
just saying, like,
They're dead to me. I don't know why y'all even putting credibility
That's
in
more
this.
aligned. Listen,
No,
it's
it ain't.
more aligned
No, it's
to,
not.
If you say he had a good year, I say yeah, he had a good year. Tremendous is that's a step up.
He led the league in pass breakups. Meaning, every time they went at him, he broke the pass up. They stopped going at him.
I mean, listen,
What
man.
What more you want from the corner?
Hey, I'm not on Denzel Ward. I never said nothing bad about the man.
You said that
I said he had a good year. But the other two? No.
What about Dale Pitt? I
Just want the Browns defensive grade.
Yeah. Give me them second.
Give me 1 second.
Give me
that coverage.
Let's get the secondary together. And see, Dustin, I expected.
Earl said he about to come down here and check you. You keep talking about MJ.
Hey, your fellow DB didn't even come to your aid.
You
Dustin was
know,
like,
to be fair, I just let it go.
you just let it ride.
Yeah, only because I don't really know.
Is it? Let me ask you this: is it the X's and the O's, or is it the Johns and the Joes?
Could be a little bit of both.
All right.
Because Martin Emerson is not fast.
Well, obviously
That's part of his
year
issue.
they had both. They decided to run back the same team.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me it ain't like nothing changed? They're still running the same concepts, the same scheme defensively.
That tape is out there.
So it ain't the X's and the O's this time.
If the tape is out there and they know what you do and
Oh,
what you
my
don't
goodness.
do well.
I didn't say this man was the D coordinator.
No, I'm not calling for him.
I got your
just
grades,
saying.
G.
I mean, I'm just giving you what the.
I'm just saying, like you saying that it's the scheme, but like
I'm just giving.
that's not the DB coach's fault. That's Jim calling the plays. All he can do is coach technique.
I just want to let me see what they talking about.
These are some of the other coverage
see.
grades
Let me see
from the
them coverage
Browns.
grades, man.
Ronnie Hickman had the highest coverage grade.
Go Bucks. You know how we do.
Hold on.
Look. I told you about that. I told you he was on his way down here.
Hey, he came down there. Listen, you better stop playing around with me. I will call security. There's an African American man with dreads and a hoodie on, and he's threatening us.
I'm just saying.
And he's threatening us. Get him out of here.
I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, all you need.
They had one down year, man.
All you lucky I didn't tell Dustin to say something. All Dustin had to say is I'm fearful. All of us going to jail.
It's a man I've called security.
Hey, listen, I was fearful for my life.
So back to go speak on that great Buckeye
Back to the
again.
grades.
What about that
Ronnie
Buckeye?
Hickman had a 72.2 coverage grade this year. That was 10th out of 96 safeties.
So Juan Thornhill's gone.
Denzel Ward's coverage grade, we mentioned, is 68.9. That was 41st out of 117 qualified defensive backs.
Okay.
Grant Delpit, a 63.3 coverage grade. That's 42 out of 96.
That ain't terrible. Denzel was 41. He's 42. Is that what you
No, different positions.
Oh,
Denzel, 41 out of
excuse
cornerbacks. Delpit, 42 out of safeties.
Okay,
Juan Thornhill, though, was 43 out of safeties. So those two almost back-to-back in terms of safety grades.
And
Cam
Ronnie
Mitchell,
Hickman was better than both of them.
in coverage grade, according to PFF, correct.
No kidding.
And then if you go down, not a banner year for Mitchell, Newsome, or Emerson Jr., who all graded incredibly low.
And Mitchell, we got Mitchell. We're about to have him for G-New. He about to be that nickel.
Oh, no.
Hey, what does Mitchell talk about?
Me and Jason told y'all pump the brakes on that last year.
What he talk about? Let's get his grades out there.
Cam Mitchell?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to save him.
He tucked the man's grades in, Dustin.
Look, that's that when that teacher fold that paper over and hand it to you. Fold the paper. Hey, you that paper folded over.
If you really want to know, G?
Go ahead, bro.
I mean,
he had a 52 overall grade.
And it's
Where's that rank?
85th at a 117.
Listen, this is the thing. Like, they can't be mad at us. Like, don't be mad at us. Be mad at what you put on the tape.
Yeah,
like,
man. As we talked about the coaching.
It ain't taking no personal shots at none of these players or anything like that. Like, if you can't be mad at us, you got to be mad at the tape.
Hey, the tape, the 3 wins, and here's my thing: if they want to take Bubba, hey,
they might assist him out the door.
I wish y'all the best luck.
Anyone you would say other than the DB coach, Dustin, anyone you'd be like, nah, that this guy's untouchable or this girl is untouchable?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really pulling straws here. I'm trying to think of.
You trying hard too.
I am.
You can't say anybody's like the team's gonna have 3 wins at the end of the year, so it's really difficult to say that we did anything exceptional.
Ever. Like we didn't win at anything. We didn't.
I would say take anybody.
That is sad. That
and you're optimistic.
I know. I'm really.
And look,
not the Deuce Staley. I didn't see it from the running backs. Chad O'Shea from the receivers. We've been talking about that for a while. The offensive line was not great. Mike Vrabel, was working with it. We just found out he was the offensive line coach. It's just I don't know what Andy.
Better on the offensive line.
I don't know what Andy Dickerson was doing, stealing money. But
it's rough, man.
On the D line, I mean, Mike Hall and Isaiah McGuire did some things. They did some things, so they developed them a little bit.
Yeah.
Jacques Cesar was the defensive line coach this year.
Okay.
Jacques Cesar. They signed him from Houston.
This is his first year?
His first year.
They made a lot of staff
changes.
I don't know why they did this. They did a lot of staff changes.
Man, they must have got him off.
Just blew up.
Who's
the linebackers was?
Cesar?
Linebackers coach is Jason Tarver.
Who?
How do I know that?
Why do I know that name?
Because he gave us the JOK quote last week that he
Tarver.
still travels around with the.
Was he? No, it was. I think it was a special teams coordinator that used to be here. Last name was Tarver.
Only Tarver I know is Antonio.
I don't even know who that is.
The boxer?
Is that the dude who beat Roy Jones?
Yeah.
He told him, "What excuse you got tonight, Roy?" And then went on to knock him out in the second round.
By the way,
Tarver we're thinking of.
I know this dude. Yeah, I know this guy. Why do I know him? Where did I cross paths with this guy?
Did you steal his girl at some point?
dang.
No.
Were you in San Fran?
I was in San
Maybe
Fran.
he was there.
Was he in San Fran with me?
Look at the picture.
Yeah, that's why I know him, San Francisco. Okay. I know that guy.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that name.
Yeah, and McNuggets, by the way, you just mentioned something that was kind of crazy.
Linebacker coach.
The fact, nobody can be very comfortable with the fact that JOK is getting random traveling, like, second opinions.
It's a legitimate concern for next year.
Like that,
legitimate concern.
Like the fact that he's not even in the building and he's not being seen by no. I mean, think about this. If you got to go travel to get a second opinion and you in the medical capital of the world, and you got UH and Cleveland Clinic here,
Right.
that's crazy. Like,
I tell you what.
like that just says like he's trying to get an opinion like, hey, I think he's really worried about his career.
Yeah. It's a neck injury. I told you, the one thing about them neck injuries is even the doctors got to be the ones that's like, I'm willing to put my license on the line to clear him to go out there. Because if he gets hurt again, he becomes a paraplegic. They taking your license.
Shout out to, here's how you know neck injury people. Shout out to Dr. Aliyah Hadib. She did my neck surgery on my C3 and C4. Tremendous job. Listen, hey, you know them people when they give you the surgery. You necks do not play.
You have to be able to say, I'm willing to put my future on the line that this guy can go out there and play football and be fine.
Right.
Because if you don't and he becomes a paraplegic, the NFL they're gonna sue you.
I'm not signing off on that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I told you, Cam and Cliff, when I played with Cam Chancellor and Cliff Averill, they couldn't get a doctor to sign off. I'm not signing off. I'm not releasing you. No.